He said, put me down as the bartender. He came up with the name. But that don't mean he was a workout dude.
So he competed.
He competed. He got disqualified 3 times for not doing proper pull-ups. They said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and be extreme. MBXA. Come out to play.
مفتوح للاجتهادات التقريب. هذا حد العالم، هذا طالب، لكن هذا راسخ والى اخره. تحت أيضا قال
with Rebel and D Block, man. They about to give us that bar history, man.
And I said we have to look professional and as teams. See, this is how the teams were created. They made a DVD, Pull Up, The World Is Our Gym. The bar world, I hate it. They're horrible. Again, people that's not from our ethnicity, and don't get me wrong, I love all people, but trying to take what we have and put their own spin on it. He didn't know what he was talking about, and then Pull Up The World Is Our Gym, and where he said that they put like Auburn at the pinnacle of what we did and what we created when they weren't there. You wasn't there for the first bar teams. You wasn't there in 2008 when we had that talk and nobody had on shirts. And then the next year, everybody had on shirts and they all the teams. But he said, all of a sudden, he said, then one all of a sudden in that movie, he said, all of a sudden teams started popping out from everywhere. No, that's not how it happened. It was an order. It was an order. Yeah, it was an order of how things went from the group to the teams, and then the team organization, and then that happened, and then there were teams started popping up because it was just groups before it was teams. I mean, a bartender is not a team. They don't have athletes. They're a group. So they never evolved because he never evolved because he don't work out. He put people on stage, put shirts on them, and say go. And he talks. He's a great motivational speaker. A great motivational speaker. Listen, again, shout out to Doc again. He said one of the illest things in that B-Rain movie. He said,
Doc was in it.
Doc was in it. He said, Giant could talk the letter out of alphabets. He said Giant could talk a letter out the alphabets. He ill with the talking. I give him that. And that's what he was supposed to do in BarTenDaz. We put him in the forefront because he knew how to talk. And that's what he continued to do after the workout left. When the workout left, he kept it as entertainment, not at a workout. So you gotta think. He looks at it, he looks at what we do from a regular person's eye.
Competition?
With the average person eye. It's entertainment to him. So he treats it as entertainment. This is a workout. This ain't an entertainment for me. This is a workout. This is what we do to get it in, to get right. I mean, and if you view it as entertainment and you like it, so be it. But this is what we do. We work out. We get it in, and everybody around me get it in. I'm not just a calisthenic dude. I'm not a calisthenic dude. I'm a workout dude. I'm a get it in dude. If you want to get it in, here we are. Calisthenics, weights, boxing, swimming, martial arts, whatever you want to do, we work out. Know what I mean? The only real king of Harlem is Gator. Nobody in Harlem. Shout out to Gator. Nobody, Mums brought Gator. Nobody in Harlem
Did he end up being
did more. No, but we was trying to
so from BarTenDaz he became
solo. He kind of went solo because he had such a bad experience, kind of like in BarTenDaz. He just wanted to do his own thing. You know know what I mean? Then he created Team Gator, which is great. You know what I mean? Salute to him. You know what I mean? Gator's my people. Love him to death. You know what I mean? Salute to Animal too, man. I hate that they put Animal down the way Animal helped us. Like he came through and worked out. Like that was my man. He helped create the bartender movement. Now you going to disrespect that man like that?
Is Animal still around?
Animal, Animal. I haven't seen Animal in years. You know, but they pretty much explained what happened to Animal, man. And they kind of, you know, ran him out the park or whatever. But I love Animal. That's my dude, man. I mean, he really put it on. Like, I mean, he didn't really contribute financially or whatever, but he put it down. Like, he came, he performed, he did all that stuff, man. So, you know, shout out to Animal and then one of the founders co-founders of BarTenDaz. You understand? But remember, so understand it was a mistake. That movement wasn't an intentional movement. NBXA, Be Extreme, that was intentional. That was sit down. That was thought about. That was BarTenDaz just happened. It was nothing like it before it. Not even Thug Workout. That DVD didn't pop off. It didn't go nowhere.
You mentioned that he entered the
and then the workout
Triple B's competition, and they asked him what name, and he said, "Put me down as BarTenDaz."
Right. So
that's where the name came.
Right.
From.
That's where the name came from. When we first went to the 5B's competition, Mums told us about the 5B's competition in Brooklyn. And he told me, yo, I want you to, since you training me, I want you to go out there with me as my trainer. And I went out there with him. He do like 5 sets like he usually do, 3 or 5 sets. He stopped, I kept going, we kept working out with the dudes in the park. And there was a guy there that saw that I was still getting it in. He stopped because he said, I want to compete. I said, oh, you want to compete? I didn't believe it. I said, all right, but that's what I do. When I train people, they want to compete. That's what I've been doing. You follow the pattern. Like I said, follow the pattern. So they want to compete. And he was at the competition, I want to compete. He said, put me down as the bartender. He came up with the name. But that don't mean he was a workout dude.
So he competed.
He competed, he got disqualified 3 times for not doing proper pull-ups. 3 times. I argued for him. Yo, no, let my man back. Because we understand when you're around Giant, that a lot of people do that. They even support him when he's wrong. And it's sad. But we got to stop supporting people when they're wrong. And point out when they're wrong so they can correct themselves and do right. But when I was training him by myself, I would tell him, you have to go all the way down on your pull-ups. You can't do halfway pull-ups. That was in basic training. So when he got to the competition and he tried to pull it, you see it. To this day, he do it. He'll do 5 correct, and then after that, he'll start doing I-ups. He still do the same pull-ups that he got disqualified for in the 5Bs. They said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and he had to get down 3 times. He was disqualified. The bar master was disqualified. The bar father. You understand? If you a bar dude and you got bar people under you, that's considered like your kids. You bar father. They consider like your kids. You never do reps and sets with them. That means you never eat with them. Because how you feed another bar person, you do reps and sets with them. You feed them. You eat. So you say you're a bar father, but you don't feed your kids. Y'all don't eat. Nobody. Never did 10 sets with you. Nobody. Come on, Mo. We're not gonna do this. I'm telling y'all what y'all see. Look with your eyes. Stop minding up and face forward and focus. Stop following these stupid sayings. Mind up, progressive movement, community over contest. These are not terminologies that workout people use. Open your eyes and your ears and stop following bullcrap, negative nonsense. Snoop. I talked to him. Good dude, man. Great dude. He told me that because I want to get his words right. I'm losing my train of thought. Snoop. He asked me who that, what it was about, the bartender thing, how we created it and what we did. And I explained to Snoop that who he was and what he was about, the same thing pretty much. and that he shouldn't let nobody discourage him, and shouldn't let nobody move him past what he from his goal. Just outwork these dudes. Let's get out the cancer. Snoop said, well, I thought it was the battling thing. That's how the game was built. I thought it was, no, that's what he said. There, I'm back on that. Yeah, he said, Snoop, I spoke to him, he said, I thought the game was built on beef. The game was not built on beef. Let's clear that. There's no beef in the bar world. Nobody beefs. There was only one person. There's only one cancer. There's only one negativity in the bar world that don't belong there. He don't fit. If everybody was to do a picture in the bar world, they would have their shirts and tank tops on. He would be the only oddball with a sweater on. He don't fit. So the dude that don't fit has been causing all the distractions and the arguments. He disrespected you. He disrespected Snoop. He disrespected Beast. That's why him and Beast had a problem. Disrespected Team Wingate. Disrespected Barbarian Zev. Everybody in the bar game. That's where the conflict is coming from. So you get rid of the kids. Stop going over there.
Oh, and we never had no fist fights.
No fist fights. Ever. Ever. No bar games.
No security.
And they think,
no nothing.
Right. And they think, they thinking now everybody come together in the bar games with love, and it's always been love in the bar community when we come together. Of course, you got little personal disagreements. Come on, that's a family.
And then that's
That's a family. That's a contest, right? I mean, you don't talk about the first young G.I. Joe, 15 years old, to battle grown men. This is bar history.
And become a champion.
You don't talk about this stuff. You gotta talk about this stuff, man. You gotta talk about this stuff. But there was never no beef.
I reached out to G.I. Joe.
Yeah, this is bar history.
Those are young OGs.
Yeah, man,
you can't deny them.
Right. They was there. Like,
and they ran through them.
yeah, there's no beef in the bar community, man. I mean, the bar community was all love. Let's talk about the first. When you want to talk about bar history, let's talk about the first bar athletes. The first young bar athlete who ever did it, G.I. Joe. The first female bar athlete, Sparks. The first bar athletes to compete and actually go against each other. Tech, Hit, D-Block, Stamina, Bar Extraordinaire, Rebel, Highlanders, Bandana Red.
The games was for us to battle everybody.
Right. That's where the battle was at. These are the people who laid down the platform. So when you want to talk about bar history, this is bar history. And this bar history, he wasn't a part of. He's not in any other pictures. So when y'all say you created the skeleton, what are you talking about? What skeleton? Skeletons, that skeleton is still in the closet. So that skeleton is still in the closet because we ain't see it yet. What are you talking about? I keep asking people, what has he done for the games? For the game of calisthenics. Everything he has done has been for bartenders and really for his program. Everything that he has done in the games thus far has been for his giant thinking program. Don't tell me he inspired people, because we all inspire people. What has he done? What platform has he created for calisthenics? I mean, your OG is an OG. Your hero is a zero. This dude got a 0 account balance in reps, in sets, and he don't got a platform that he created for the calisthenic community. Everything he did was for bartenders. He went on tour, 50 states, with the locks, with bartenders. That's it, for Giant Thinking. He got the schools for bartenders, Giant Thinking. He got the everything for bartenders and Giant Thinking, but not for the calisthenic community. Not for the what has he done for the bar dudes? And I ask people this all the time because y'all let them say it. But you don't ask them, what platform? What has you done? What do you assume? I'm asking you, RipRight, what do you assume that he has done for the calisthenic community? What has he created for the calisthenic community?
When it comes to that, I mean, like Beast mentioned, through Sub-Zero and BarTenDaz gave a lot of people acknowledgement, you know, and it's
Who? We gave Beast acknowledgement?
yeah, not just Beast.
But there was if you looked at every BarTenDaz DVD, it was different people in every DVD. It was never consistent.
Yeah,
So
we ain't denying that, but from that, Hannibal.
No, I brought Hannibal.
Yeah, what I'm saying though.
Right.
When the people first seen Hannibal,
Right.
was
In the BarTenDaz DVD.
Yeah, so eventually-
this is why I said it's not impressive to me.
so
because-
even like yourself, from you know, even though you're the co-founder, right?
No, I'm the founder.
Okay.
Right.
So Giant wasn't. I thought you said all of y'all wasn't D Blocks. You mentioned D Block. No, not D Block.
No, what?
Oh, you mentioned Mums.
Moms, Animal, Giant, and
Oh,
me.
oh,
Right.
yeah.
He was a co-founder. Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what
In
you
that
said.
in
You
that
mentioned
sense.
that.
Right. In that sense. That was the
So-
first four. That was the first four.
Now, even so, BarTenDaz really, in that sense, and being on camera and getting it pumped like that, eventually everybody was able to go their ways, and you'll be like, oh, that's Be Extreme. He came from, or the first time I seen him, he was with. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, like I said, inspired.
Yeah.
He's a great motivator for a person. If you want to say he inspired people, we all inspire people. But what is a solid? There's got to be something that you did. We all inspire people. What did you do unique? Outside of me, him, everybody, and we all inspired people. Now, Giant didn't inspire everybody in calisthenics. There's some people who never met or ever heard of BarTenDaz, never heard of that movement, but they do calisthenics. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you can't say that he was the one who inspired. You understand? Inspired those particular people.
Yeah.
You understand those? So he didn't inspire everybody. So he inspired some people. Yes. I'll give him that.
When I look at even Iborn, like
inspired. Outside of inspiration, what have he done?
You know, so
I give other people more credit, like that create platforms. When you want to talk, like I said, I don't want to talk about just the astronauts. I want to talk about people who built the ship. And in building the ship, it takes work, groundwork. That's a platform. The ship is a platform for the astronaut to become an astronaut. Without the ship, how is he an astronaut? So what platform have you created so we can get in and shoot to the stars?
I get what you're saying. Everybody contributed some more than others.
Right,
That's,
and
you know
everybody in the MBXA. Listen, there was
it's levels.
right.
Levels.
There was everybody who was ever somebody passed through the MBXA. You dig what I'm saying? So everybody who was ever anybody passed through the MBXA. You understand? In that era, right? And with the golden era. Right. So everybody was everybody. So I would love it. We can wrap it up.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and shut it down.
Yeah.
80 minutes, so we're gonna break it down.
Yeah, break it down.
Alright, yo, we thank y'all for definitely giving us that bar history, man.
Yeah, man. Nobody has more extensive history in the bar world than me, man.
Shout out to Rebel D Block. And
That's
shout out
right.
to Matrix and
Be
BXA,
Extreme.
man. Be Extreme.
Shout out to
We all
RipRight.
here still.
We
Yeah.
still here. Come
Shout
support
out
the
to all the
movement.
teams.
Come through. Come when we tell you about the games. Come through. Come be a part of history, man. And come do what we do, man. You know what I mean? And do what we do best. And support let's take the games where we're supposed to go. I have the organization. I have what we need to get to the next step. Come see me. Come join us. Be Extreme. MBXA. Come out to play.
Indeed, in the body, literal translation, is a lump of flesh, a piece of meat. إِذَا صَلَحَتْ صَلَحَ الْجَسَدُ كُلُّهُ. And when that lump of flesh